Hello everyone, welcome to your online lecture for BDE. Although we have completed our syllabus, let us discuss a little bit about data science tools so that it's easy for you all to complete your online course. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss about cognitive class labs, Jupyter Notebooks, Zeppelin notebooks and RStudio IDE. So let's start with cognitive labs. So basically it's a free virtual lab environment that lets you practice your skills in Python, R and more while you learn data science. It's ready to use in your web browser. So without having to install anything on your computer, you can immediately start using popular data science tools like RStudio, IDE, Jupyter Notebooks, Apache Zeppelin, OpenRefine. In these videos, you will be learning about these popular tools and how to get familiar working in the environments. On the interface, you have menu pane situated on the left side of the screen, as you can see, where you can have access to important resources. IBM Analytics Exchange on Open Data. IBM Exchange connects you to IBM Bluemix, which allows you to explore and discover all sorts of online public data, and you can use that data in any of these notebooks. By clicking on the open data link, you will be connected to many resources of open data. In the bottom menu, you will see a number of other useful links where you can get information about the status of the cognitive class labs, whether it is operational or down for maintenance. You can click on the links to check its status if you are having problem with cognitive class labs. If all the systems are operational, then open a ticket by clicking on the support lab here on the side at the right on the screen. By clicking on the submit an idea link, you can share your ideas about cognitive class labs directly with IBM. You can click on this link and check out the blog. Currently, actually, it's down with the at their end. Here, you will be able to get the scoop on the latest data science news. Clicking on the knowledge base link allows you to search for answers to all the questions on the cognitive class labs. This is actually what their blog looks like. So to understand it better, I have added some videos about this cognitive class labs. So let's see.
Welcome to Cognitive Class Labs, previously known as Data Scientist Workbench or BDU Labs. It's a free virtual lab environment that lets you practice your skills in Python, R, and more while you learn data science. It's ready to use in your web browser, so without having to install anything on your computer, you can immediately start using popular data science tools like RStudio IDE, Jupyter Notebooks, Apache Zeppelin, OpenRefine, Seahorse, and more. In these videos, you'll be learning about these popular tools and how to get familiar working in the environments. Cognitive Class Labs is also the virtual lab environment for CognitiveClass.ai, a popular website with lots of free online courses in data science, artificial intelligence, and data engineering. But throughout these videos, you'll also hear us referring to Data Scientist Workbench, which is simply the former name of Cognitive Class Labs. So, in actuality, Cognitive Class Labs and Data Scientist Workbench are one and the same. Let's first go through some of the user interface on Cognitive Class Labs to get you familiarized with the environment before jumping into the data science tools. Here's the menu pane, situated on the left side of the screen. In the Find Data section, you'll have access to two important resources, IBM Analytics Exchange and Open Data. Let's take a quick look at each one. IBM Analytics Exchange connects you to IBM Bluemix, which allows you to explore and discover all sorts of online public data. And you can use that data in any of these notebooks. By clicking on the Open Data link, you'll be connected to many sources of open data, including the United Nations datasets, open government data, industry open data, and open data search engines. Then, at the bottom of the menu, you have a number of other useful links. Let's start with Workbench Status. Here you can get information about the status of the Cognitive Class Labs, whether it's operational or down for maintenance. If you're having problems with Cognitive Class Labs, click this link to check its status. If all systems are operational, then open a ticket by clicking the Support tab at the right of the screen. By clicking on the Submit an Idea link, you can share your ideas about Cognitive Class Labs directly with IBM. For example, you can describe other tools or features that you'd like to see next on Cognitive Class Labs. Please note that the current tools were all put into place based on input from the community. Your ideas are definitely taken seriously. We certainly want to improve this tool for everyone. Next, check out the blog. Here you'll be able to get the scoop on the latest data science news. Clicking on the Knowledge Base link allows you to search for answers to all your questions on Cognitive Class Labs. You can also find updates here on the status of your submitted ideas. The articles are organized by tool, or you can search through all the articles within the knowledge base. The Feedback Forum link gives you the opportunity to provide your input on any of the tools, whether it be to offer praise or even to make a complaint. You can use the voting buttons to give us a sense of what you think. To vote on a topic, click Vote and give either 1, 2, or 3 votes. We listen to what you tell us. In fact, Cognitive Class Labs was originally created based on all your suggestions, so keep those ideas coming. Use the Support link to open a ticket or to check on the status of your feedback or submitted ideas. The Online Learning link takes you to cognitiveclass.ai, where you can take all the free courses they have to offer. Check out their learning paths. And finally, the What's New link shows you everything that's new with Cognitive Class Labs. This brings us to the end of this video. Thanks for watching.
Okay, so the next video that we are going to see is about the account features.
Welcome to Cognitive Class Labs. On the Cognitive Class Labs homepage, you have all the data science tools at your fingertips. Once you're on the main page of Cognitive Class Labs, you'll find several buttons. Click the My Data link for help in managing your data. Clicking the Open Refine link will give you a very powerful way to prepare your data. The remaining links are aimed at building analytics. Let's take a closer look at each of these building analytics tools. Jupyter Notebooks let you write and execute Python, R, or Scala code with a notebook in your web browser. A notebook is an interactive document that allows you to execute code in smaller chunks called cells. When you execute a cell, the notebook prints any output immediately into the output cell. Doing so allows you to do a number of things. For instance, you can write your code to import data, print the data, clean the data, print the cleaned data, create a model, print the model output, and so on. And you can change the code in an input cell and rerun the cell as often as you'd like. But that's not all. The notebook also supports rendering markup cells in line so that you can embed text, mark down, HTML images, videos, and even interactive widgets, all within a notebook. On Cognitive Class Labs, with Apache Spark pre-installed, you can also try working with big data. Jupyter Notebooks are a very popular tool in data science because it allows you to fine-tune each step of your project, and it allows others to follow your code with ease. To collaborate and share your notebooks, simply share your notebook URL with others. The interactive nature and the ability to render text and media makes notebooks a powerful environment for working with data, performing analyses, and documenting results. Zeppelin notebooks allow interactive data analytics. Like Jupyter, you use notebooks to ingest, discover, analyze, visualize, and collaborate with your data. You can also make beautiful data-driven collaborative documents with SQL, code, and even more. The Zeppelin interpreter concept allows any language or data processing backend to be plugged into Zeppelin. Currently, Apache Zeppelin supports many interpreters such as Apache Spark, Python, JDBC, Markdown, and Shell. Also, by using an abstract class, adding a new language backend is really simple. Apache Zeppelin provides built-in Apache Spark integration, so you don't need to build a separate module, plugin, or library for it. For data visualization, some basic charts are already included in Zeppelin, allowing you to convert from data tables directly into visualizations without any code. Zeppelin also aggregates values and displays them in pivot charts with simple drag and drop. You can easily create charts with multiple aggregated values, including sum, count, average, minimum, and maximum. And lastly, with Zeppelin you can also dynamically create some input forms in your notebook. RStudio IDE allows you to analyze data, take advantage of many statistical packages, create beautiful visualizations, and web applications. Like other IDEs, RStudio allows you to code in a console or script editor, as well as keep track of your variables and history. You can display your plots, manage your packages, and see help documentation for R. Taking it a step further, with R's Shiny library, you can make your visualizations interactive. Using Shiny, you can create all sorts of web-based interactive apps just using R code. Seahorse is an interactive environment that allows data scientists to create a data processing workflow without writing any code directly in the browser. You can even perform ETL, manipulate and clean data, create reports, and even run predictive analytics. Designed with big data analytics in mind, Seahorse workflows can also be deployed to Spark clusters. If you're not yet familiar with any of these tools, simply scroll down in Cognitive Class Labs to get access to tutorials to learn how to use them, or watch the other videos in this course to quickly get up to speed on these tools. This brings us to the end of this video. Thanks for watching.
Alright, so the last video that we're going to see for cognitive classes is about managing data within My Data.
Welcome to Cognitive Class Labs. With your free Cognitive Class Labs account, you get storage space to upload your own data files. They can be CSV, text files, images, videos, or whatever else you'd like. This allows you to upload and read your data from within any of the tools on Cognitive Class Labs. When you click on My Data, you're presented with the data you currently have in Cognitive Class Labs. Within the My Data folder, accessed from the Cognitive Class Labs homepage, you can easily manage your data to suit your needs. Using the links in the navigation bar at the top right, you can create folders, upload data from your computer, or refresh the list of data that is shown. To create a folder, click the Create Folder link on the navigation bar at the top right. This will open a page where you can enter your folder name. When you're done, just click on the Create Folder button in the bottom right. To upload data, click the Upload Data link on the navigation bar at the top right. Then, with the Upload Data page open, simply drag and drop the files you want to upload as shown and then click Done. You can upload documents, spreadsheets, PowerPoint decks, videos, pictures, basically anything you want. When you're finished dropping your desired files to this upload page, just click the Done button. To select one or more additional files from your computer, click the Add More Data link shown here. To see the files you've just uploaded, simply click Refresh on the navigation bar at the top right corner. You can note which folder your files will be stored in by looking at the top left corner. As you see here, by default, files are uploaded to /resources/data. So you can use this file path to load data into the tools on Cognitive Class Labs. To download a file from Cognitive Class Labs to your computer, click the first icon for the file that you want to download. And just to show you the process, let's download the file we just uploaded. Note that there will be a downloading message on the top left letting you know that the file is downloading. If you want to rename a file, click the second icon on the right of the download icon, then rename your file and click Save. As you can see, the file is renamed. To move a file, click the Move icon, shown here, and enter the folder or location where you want to move it to, and then click Move File. As you can see, the file is now in the folder you entered. Double-click that folder to see the file you've just moved. To delete this file, just click the X icon on the right, and the system will ask for a confirmation. If you're sure you want to delete it, then click Delete, or click Cancel if you change your mind. To know where you are, just look at the file or directory path at the top left. To return to the Data Scientist Workbench home page, click this icon, located at the top left. This brings us to the end of this video. Thanks for watching.
Okay, so I hope you all understood what actually cognitive classes are and how they work. So the next thing that you are supposed to do is just go to cognitiveclass.ai, and then there you can just answer the questions based on this course, and then you are done with this course. Thank you for watching. Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we are going to discuss about Jupyter Notebooks. The Jupyter Notebook is an open source web application that allows you to create and share documents that contain live code, equations, visualization and narrative texts. It has basically 4 types, namely Notebook Document, Jupyter Notebook App, Kernel and Notebook Dashboard. So let's discuss. First part is Notebook Document. Notebook documents are documents produced by Jupyter Notebook app which contain both computer code and rich text elements. Notebook documents are both human readable documents containing the analysis description and the results, as well as executable documents which can be run to perform data analysis. Second, Jupyter Notebook app. The Jupyter Notebook app is a server client application that allows editing and running notebook documents via a web browser. The notebook app can be executed on a local desktop requiring no internet access, or can be installed on a remote server and accessed through the internet. In addition to displaying, editing, running notebook documents, the Jupyter Notebook app has dashboard showing local files and allowing to open notebook documents or shutting down their kernels. Third part is kernel. A notebook kernel is a computational engine that executes the code contained in a notebook document. The IPython kernel referenced as in this guide executes Python code. Kernels for many other languages exists. When you open a notebook document, the associated kernel is automatically launched when the notebook is executed. The kernel performs computation and produces the results. Depending on the type of computation, the kernel may consume significant CPU and RAM. Note that the RAM is not released until the kernel is shut down. The fourth part is notebook dashboard. The notebook dashboard is the component which is shown first when you launch Jupyter Notebook app. The notebook dashboard is mainly used to open notebook documents and to manage the running kernels. The notebook dashboard has other features similar to file manager, namely navigating folders and renaming deleting files. To understand it better, let's see a video.
Welcome! In this video, we'll introduce you to Jupyter Notebooks. Jupyter Notebooks are like documents where you can execute chunks of programming code, one chunk at a time. You can do everything from creating interactive maps to creating interesting data visualizations and even embedding videos. Jupyter Notebooks are open source and was designed for interactive data science and scientific computing. Data scientists use Jupyter Notebooks because in data science, you are often exploring your data or building models, and needing to see the outputs of parts of your code quite frequently, which Jupyter Notebooks enables. Jupyter Notebooks were also designed to be shared with others. You can tell stories in Jupyter Notebooks with your data by combining your code with explanatory text, output from your code, images, and videos.
Okay, so the next topic is getting started with Jupyter Notebooks. Now let's discuss what actually is Jupyter Lab environment that allows you to easily edit and organize Jupyter Notebooks. Here Jupyter Notebook and Jupyter Lab has different meaning. When I will talk about Jupyter Notebook, I am referring to the actual whole file. When I am talking about Jupyter Lab, then that is environment that organizes the various Jupyter Notebooks and allows me to run them. When you open up Jupyter Lab for the first time, you will find a directory where you can keep track of all of your files in a larger screen. This launcher can create new Jupyter Notebooks currently available in Python 3, Scala or R. Other options for more immediate users to explore like coding directly in console, using terminal or writing new code in your text editor. Now let's again see a video to discuss or to understand it better.
Welcome. In this video, we'll dive into Jupyter Notebooks on Data Scientist Workbench. To open a Jupyter Notebook from the Data Scientist Workbench workspace, simply click Jupyter Notebooks. You can create new, empty notebooks by clicking on the blue button in the top right corner and select which language you want to use in your notebook. You can then rename your notebook or share your notebook. Notebooks are made up of cells. Cells can contain code or contain text and HTML. Code cells look special because they're gray. You can run a code cell by clicking within the gray area and pressing the play button. In this example, we've successfully imported the pandas library as no error message appeared. You can also create new code cells. To create a new empty code cell in your notebook, click on an existing cell, then in the menu, click on Insert, then insert a cell above or below where you click. Then you can type in something like 1 plus 1. Press play and see the resulting output. Of course, you can also create graphs and show your plots throughout your notebook. You can see that this notebook uses Python 2 because it says Python 2 here. But you can also use R or Scala or Python 3. To change the interpreter language, you can go to Kernel, Change Kernel, and then change it to R, for example. For now, I'll change it back to Python. Aside from code cells, there's also a special type of cell where you can write stylized text or even embed HTML. These text cells are called Markdown cells, and they're meant to help you document your code and make your notebook more organized. They're called Markdown because that's the name of the syntax used to stylize the text. To create a Markdown cell, click on an existing code cell, go to Cell, Cell Type, Markdown. This converts it into a Markdown cell that you can edit. When you're done, hit play to finalize it. You can double-click the cell to edit as needed. Jupyter Notebooks automatically save every 2 minutes, but you can manually save by going to File, Save, and Checkpoint. If you click on the arrow to the left of your notebook name, you can see a number of options, including Rename, Clone, and Download, where you download as a notebook. You also have the option to delete and submit to Spark Cluster. If you submit to Spark Cluster, it will show you how to submit to a local Spark cluster. You can also add tags to your notebooks and create categories for them. And of course, you can stop your notebooks. However, please remember that when you stop a notebook, Data Scientist Workbench closes it, and you lose any saved variables. So if you open it again by clicking on its name, you'll have to run your code again. It's good practice to stop notebooks that you know you won't be using for a while. Always keep in mind that any active notebooks will continually hog memory on your account, which is hosted in the cloud. So this may make your other notebooks run a bit more slowly. On the Jupyter page, you can also see a list of tutorials in the main area, a sidebar to the right showing your recent notebooks, and your recent data. In this main area, clicking on any of these tutorials will open up a notebook that has been prepared for you. For example, tutorial number 1, Get Data, available here in Python. As you click on it, you'll see the tutorial also appears under your recent notebooks on the right-hand side. So, go ahead and create Jupyter Notebooks and read through the tutorials to learn all that you can do with Jupyter Notebooks. Thanks for watching.
Okay, so I'm thinking that you understood what Jupyter Notebooks are. So the only thing that is left for you is to go to cognitiveclasses.ai and complete your course. Thank you for watching.